Okay, thank you guys. We're here at NAMM 2025, and we had the opportunity to catch up with Greg and Bob, and we're getting ready to do MEX and PBX. So
Yes.
Around the corner.
yes, right around the corner.
3 weeks away.
3 weeks away,
Wow.
and we're
Wow.
ready.
3 weeks.
So what do we have in store?
Are we ready?
Yeah.
We better be ready.
Yes,
I hope we're ready.
yes.
So what do we have? What you guys got in store for us this year? What can we look forward to at MEX?
What's going on? We, a lot of the same programming, but we've got some new speakers. I don't have
Definitely
those
some
in
new
front of me, but
presenters, yeah.
some new
Okay.
presenters. We got some new vendors coming in this year. A lot of the same folks like Pioneer and JMAZ and Mixware and who else? Silent Sound or Silent Disco.
yeah,
And,
uh-huh.
so a lot of those guys are back. So that's good. We've got a full floor on both sides.
Okay.
And we're getting some new people, some of the bigger companies. B&H Audio is joining us this year.
On the photo booth side.
Yeah,
Oh,
on
okay,
the photo
cool.
booth side, that's a big camera company.
And that side is
sound
always
audio,
incredible.
Yeah.
Kind of like swallows up to
Oh,
the
yeah.
DJs.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's amazing how many people are in the photo booth industry. I don't know if you guys know the numbers. What is the numbers for photo booth versus DJs?
Well, it's about, as far as the crossover, people that do both, it's about 65%. So the interesting thing that's happened with the Mobile Entertainment Expo being part of photo booth is a lot of the photo boothers have started DJ services. And, so it's kind of crossed over that way as opposed to DJs adding photo booths, because a lot of them already had photo
Okay,
booths.
now we need to do a vote because I
Yeah.
really would like to know how many people went from being just photo booth to doing became a DJ.
A lot of them have done that.
I know
Yeah.
90% of DJs have owned a photo booth.
Yep.
But they didn't originally. And the PBX and bringing the DJ side into it helped a lot of these DJs discover the photo booth,
Yep.
that they could actually own and operate one for the first time.
That is we got to get numbers on that. We got to take a survey
yeah.
from somewhere. Even if we just do a show of hands in the room, how many
Yeah.
people, okay, now I'm DJ photo booth Sally Q.
a lot of the photo boothers started out as wedding photographers. So they were doing wedding photography, then added a photo booth. Then as their companies grew, they said, hey, let's get a DJ involved here.
Wow.
Even if they're just booking a DJ, a local DJ, but they tie in with them and book them out or however they want to set
This
it
is
up.
what you find out when you go inside and you look behind the curtain sometimes.
Well, the mobile entertainment business is fascinating because you've got inflatables, you've got lighting, you've got fog and what's a foam
Yeah,
parties.
foam parties.
Yeah.
There's so many different things in
Bubbles.
mobile entertainment.
Yeah.
Dance floor.
And
Yes.
we try to cover all that stuff.
Yeah, with Ray and his crew, top lighting with the dance floors, the facade TV booths, and I mean, I saw. I hope you guys got Odyssey. Did you see that they have an 86-inch TV booth?
Yep.
I said you could put 3 DJs on that thing. It was so big.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
And those lighting facades they've got now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's great. The video going
We've
on.
seen a lot of nice stuff here. So hopefully a bunch of these guys will come on and join us at MEX and PBX, and we'll get to see other DJs and the photo booth people. We'll get to see those. But man, this has been really interesting. But anything else? What else we got different at?
On the photo booth side, the thing that's become that I find fascinating are these glam bots and these 360 booths. It's gone way beyond just being somebody walking up to a iPad on a thing. You've got all these different things, these arms that swing out, the red carpet.
Yeah,
things.
I really
A lot
liked the
of
one
stuff.
last year that went over the top of you and took the video over the top and came back down. And then also another good thing y'all had, I don't know if they're coming back this year, what was it, the Geek AI or the Geek Squad, the guys in the orange?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were really interesting, and we really didn't get a chance to interview them like we wanted to, but that was really interesting. They had some great stuff, great AI stuff.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's a carnival atmosphere, and that's what really makes it a lot of fun. Is we try to keep it as fun and light and a lot of different color and a lot of different things going on, and that's what really attracts people back, I think, from year to year. It's everybody likes a circus, and that's what it is.
And somebody's told me since we've been here, it's like a family reunion.
Yeah.
You may not know these people, but you all get together for a family reunion for a few days, learn what's working for them in their market, or learn what's working and what's not working. and you share ideas, and the hallway conversations are invaluable.
Definitely.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's where I've learned the most by meeting people in the hallways and getting to know them and becoming friends with them. So
Yeah, our goal is to give the DJ as much visible in the show floor as we can, and as much education as we can, and keep it variety. I know there's other shows, and it's hard to change that up a lot. But what you said about the hallway conversations,
oh yeah,
if you come to a show and the education is like, yeah, I heard that, and the show floor is like, yeah, I saw that last time. I hope there's new stuff, but even if that's how you feel, you still should come away with something because of the relationships and the conversations. Always, because that's where the gold's at. It's always where the gold's at. And I've been going to shows for 35 years, and that's always been the best part of it.
So what are you more excited about this year?
Just because it's fresh on my mind, DOS Audio is in charge of Tuesday night entertainment, and a couple surprise things maybe, but for sure it's going to be a throwback party. So it's going to be 80s, 90s.
Is that
What
music
do
or
we
is that
do? I need an outfit that glows in the dark, or
maybe
what
we'll
do we
start that
need?
trend. Yeah, we should start that trend. That has not been stated yet, but the music.
We
for
got
sure.
time. We got 3
We
weeks.
do.
We
That's
can
right.
get it
Well,
out.
we can say it right
I need to
now,
get my
right?
wig.
Costume party, 80s and 90s, right? Yeah.
I
But the
think we
music is going
had
to be
one a
themed.
couple years ago, didn't we? Something like
Not
that.
at MEX. I don't think we
I
did
know
that.
we had, because Danny was on the floor. I don't know, maybe we didn't
Yeah,
dress up,
I
but
don't think
I know we've had some theme. Maybe had a theme.
Yeah. So beyond what they're going to do entertainment-wise, obviously DJs is going to be a part of it. What else, we're not sure yet, but the music is going to be 80s and 90s, and that's going to be fun because everybody knows the music right now is really hard to figure out.
Yeah.
But anybody that's DJing mobile party knows that there's some really good floor bangers in 80s and 90s and 2000s.
Oh,
You
yeah.
better play some of them, right?
Yeah,
So to be able to be a DJ in the audience and be entertained by that, that'll be fun. So we're looking forward to that for sure.
And it's a couple of benchmarks this year. It's the 5th Mobile Entertainment Expo, and it's the 10th.
Oh
Photo
wow,
Booth Expo.
5 and 10. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't know how many people know this, but the Photo Booth Expo is the largest in the world for that industry. So, and that's been several years in a row.
So what are the numbers? What is it, like 8,000 or 5,000?
In attendance?
Yeah.
We're right around 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Photo booth people.
Combined.
God. Okay.
So there'll be roughly 55, 45 DJs to photo boothers. Yeah.
Okay. The biggest in the world. That's good.
Largest
But I mean,
gathering
it's
photo
the showroom floor is excellent. It's great. Anything you want to see, touch, put your hands on, latest photo booth, and a lot of the latest and greatest DJ stuff is always there. So that's why I always love it. Because I always tell people my main reason for going is to, if there's something I'm looking for or came out, I want to be able to feel it, touch it, see it, instead of just trying to order it and say, okay, oh, I don't like this. When I get it now, I got to pay to ship it back.
Right.
So I mean, if you don't do anything else besides making relationships, and one of my philosophies when I go is if I can find one nugget, take that back and apply it to my business, a change. Now I'll take 3 or 4, but I'm gonna do it over 90 days.
Right.
But one, I'm definitely going back. The day I get back, okay, we're implementing this in our company, and we're gonna change it. So me and Mike, and of course Shannon. Do y'all have Shannon this year, Taryn?
Shady?
Shannon, Taryn.
Oh, I don't know. Do we?
Oh, Miss Green, she wears green all the time.
Which one's that?
We'll have to talk to you
don't know.
about Shannon.
Yeah,
She's
we're-
very good. But that's one of her things. And she has a sheet when you go to classes where you write down everything from the seminars and you take it back and you apply it. And she came up that one and then so many over 90 days. So like I said, I'm always trying to learn. I'm not just there to talk and interview people now, but I'm there to learn and make my business better when I go back home.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned business, you know, one of the coolest things I think, especially with the photo booth and the MEX side, a lot of these were just mom and pop businesses that started up that became vendors. There's a ton of innovation that has happened on this kind of cottage industry level.
Oh yeah.
And so the show is really about entrepreneurship. And how people can start their own business and come up with new products, new ideas.
Because I'm shocked where you see like a whole team of ladies that all in the same area and they all work together and they all got like 10 booths or they got 360s, they got everything. And so, I mean, like you say, it goes from, okay, I'm just gonna get this as a side business, and now I done pretty much quit my job and just doing photo booths. So you see all kind of stuff.
And there's a lot of new DJs that MEX is their first show this year. I've talked to 4 or 5 of them, And I heard that last year, that there's I don't know what the numbers are percentage-wise, but a lot of DJs that have never been to another show, and MEX was their first show.
Can you make sure that we get to interview at least one or two of them?
Sure.
Because we interviewed a couple last year from where, Barbados?
Yeah, Barbados.
And man, they loved it so much, man. I mean, and that's the ones we like to talk to, because the ones who've come, they come for friendships and different things. But they were so fired up, they're like, oh, we already bought our ticket for next year.
Yeah.
Because they said it's just changing our whole business. They had like 4 or 5 photo booths and a 360, but they were from Barbados, and they were like, man, we'll be back next year. We already bought our ticket.
Yeah.
And they were really cool. We kept running into them different places, and we helped them out because they seemed a little lost. So we like, okay, go here, go there.
Yeah.
We don't want anybody to be lost. But they were really cool. And like I said, you make friendships with people. I mean, I've got friends now that I've seen once at a DJ show, and if I talk to them, it's like talking to somebody I talk to every day.
Right. Yeah.
Well, just having you guys here has been an addition to the show. And I mean, we really appreciate the coverage.
Yeah, we're grateful. I mean, we see it, but we just still sometimes just can't figure out. But I mean, I know we do things because our whole goal is to just make the industry better, or leave it better than how we found it, and not be those tightwads who don't want to share with people. We want everybody. I can't take all the knowledge. I can't be in San Diego. I can't be here. I can't be there. I can only take care of where I'm at. And then I can't take care of everything that's in the Dallas market. I just can't.
Yeah.
And there's enough business for everybody, whether any of us being nasty, dirty, or anything like that.
And with the internet, there's really very few secrets anymore.
Oh,
you don't have an exclusive on an idea.
No. By the time you put it out and start working it,
That's right.
20 people already been thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I've learned that. So.
Yeah.
But so give them a little bit of information about the show. Tickets, if they haven't got their tickets, prices, all that good stuff.
The tickets are available. Just go to mobileentertainmentexpo.com or photoboothexpo.com. Click on the button that says register, and that'll take them right to the ticketing page. Real simple.
Facebook, Instagram, we got the same things there.
Yeah.
So we're all over Facebook.
I do know that rooms, if they're not cut off by today might be the last day to get into the room rate. So it's already that full this year that we run out of rooms.
You better get your tickets, get your rooms, otherwise you're gonna be staying downtown or on the strip.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have to make that drive, but because we have a big old hotel that'll hold everybody, and you don't even have to leave out. There's restaurants. That's another good thing about restaurants. Because of course, Kino's down. Restaurants, you can walk across the street to a nice restaurant. Everything is right there in one central location. You just have to do a little walking around. But
it's got movie theaters.
It's all in the same.
Alley,
even the
equestrian center.
Where we have our party at, so you can have a good time and just walk back upstairs or get carried back upstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's all good. So
and I will share one secret about the South Point. A lot of people don't know. If you call ahead, they have a shuttle from the South Point that will pick you up at the airport.
Oh yeah,
and take you to the South Point. A lot of people don't know that.
Mike used it last year, we
gotta call ahead.
Yeah, we used it too last year, and
don't want to be late for it.
That's right.
You're right, and it's funny. I made a friend on the shuttle. We became good friends. He's out of Virginia. So now we talk almost at least once a week. And KJ, shout out to KJ. He's bringing a whole crew with him this year coming down. Hey, cool. Jeff, y'all gonna be here? Yeah, we're gonna be there, sir. So, I mean, like I say, you just make friends, and it's just, I love it. I had convinced Mike to go with me. I said, man, you gotta go. And before we start doing the show, I want you to go and just learn and experience. It's a whole different world, because in some words, DJing it's still very secretive, and I'm not gonna help you, or I'm not gonna give you anything. But he sees that it's totally different now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's made some great friends and good people besides me that that he talked to all the time, like Rob and other folks, and so this is really cool.
And it's Vegas.
Time.
I mean, it's Vegas, so
we don't have time to go see Vegas. I mean,
right?
It's
we're gonna keep you so busy that you don't have to leave the hotel.
Yeah, so
That's right.
yeah, so normally I come in a day early, and then me and my wife will go to Old Vegas or go to one of the outlets or go somewhere on Sunday or whatever, or Saturday if we come in early, and then we know. Because she always, what are y'all doing? I said, well, baby, you'll see. So she came to a show with us. She's like, oh, y'all be working, because like we'll sit down at 9, do interviews until 5 in the evening, and don't get up. And so she was like, woo, y'all putting in work. I said, well, we're trying to give people a voice, let them see different DJs and different things. So meet other people. Those guys from what company was the photo booth company last year? Bob and something else. You know who I'm talking about? They
No,
were
I
from
can't
Ingram Spectrum. What's the name of their company? But those guys were two of the best interviews we had. The bearded one.
Yes,
you know who I'm talking about?
Yes. They're
Joe
out
Connell?
of Dallas.
Joe.
They're out of Dallas. It's Spectrum Imaging. That's who. But one on works with Black. What's the name of it? Dark Booth.
Yep.
He's over Dark Booth, and those two guys were a hoot, man. We loved that was one of our best interviews last year. So, like I say, we made friends with photo booth guys that promote our show and do things and come on and call us and text us sometime when they see something. So, you never know who you're gonna run into that you might need. I needed some paper, so of course those guys were a connection for me to get my paper.
Yeah. But you guys need to talk to Johnny Roz. He's going to be spinning reggae at the opening night
that's
with
gonna be
DJ
awesome.
Toad. And he's old school, and he'll have all kinds of stories.
Y'all had
for
a
you.
guy last year that spent 45.
That's him.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
all right.
But he's
See,
bringing. He did Northern Soul last
Northern
year.
Soul,
Okay,
and
so
he's doing reggae this
what
year.
we're gonna do is when you get back, I'm gonna let you settle in for a day, and then we're gonna start working on a list of people we need
Okay.
to interview. So this time we get them scheduled, and we don't have to
Yeah.
scatter and run around
Yeah.
and find them, and make sure we hit everybody. We want it to be a little bit more organized this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're happy with that.
Yeah.
Yep. So y'all got anything else? You got anything else before we let these guys back to the NAMMing?
Well, I think the most important thing is for those that are listening, this is a show that you need to attend. You have more than enough reasons to be here.
Yeah.
It's going to help you with your business, relationships, have a good time as far as
It is
partying.
fun. It is a
Yeah.
lot
Yes,
of
it's
fun.
fun. If you want to, yank on the slots,
There
you
you
can
go.
do all of
You
it.
can do that too.
So it's
somebody
a
somebody
great
told me they're
opportunity.
one of the looser slots in Vegas. So there's a reason.
There's a
Yeah,
chance.
there's a chance. There's a chance.
Your odds are better.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're saying there's a chance I might win some.
Yes, in the game of chances, there's a chance.
And you
Yeah.
may see a horse. You never know.
Yeah.
You might see a horse.
I've been
A
there.
gigantic
A real
horse.
one.
Yeah, real
I've
And,
been there.
and there's a bowling alley. I
does.
mean,
Bowling.
Well, it's not just a
And not
bowling
just a
alley.
bowling
Yeah.
alley. It's like
There's a
48
rodeo.
lanes. It's crazy.
So
There's
we-
a underground
there's a-
or station where they practice at
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the rodeo. So
And-
no, I went everywhere.
and a
So
stable with
saw all
horses.
that.
Oh, I
Yes,
saw
we
all
saw
that.
everything. We walked around. He's like,
I
Jeff,
saw
you're not
the
gonna believe this
pro
place.
bowling alley as well.
Yeah.
So
That extra day we had after we walked around, I was like, man, this place is huge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
It's
but-
the thing is, even as you drive up to South Point, it's big. Even
yeah,
the doors
but
are big.
You
Everything
really don't
about it is
understand
big.
though until you look
yeah,
around
until
and
you go to the back.
Yeah,
you really
back.
don't
Go down that
realize
long hallway.
how big it is.
go past the elevators.
Yes. When there's a street that separates the rodeo side
Yeah.
where they have a police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've been back
He knows. We almost lost him day one.
there. I do recon. So I like to know.
Hey, we're really looking forward to it. 3 weeks, February the
17th through the
20th.
20th.
February 17th through the 20th, South Point Hotel down off the strip. Everything's all contained. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't need to rent a car, nothing. Just get an Uber, Lyft, or catch the shuttle. And all you have to do is get in there, and everything else is inside the hotel. Catch your Uber, Lyft back to the airplane, the bus, the train, whatever you're taking back home, and everything will be wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah.
This will be the second year I get to celebrate my birthday
Birthday.
All right.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to sign off, y'all. We'll hope to see you in Vegas. If you see us in Vegas, make sure you come up and say something to JP, A-Rock, Bob, and Greg. He will be running around with a clipboard. And I don't know what he'll be doing, what Bob will be doing.
Upgraded to a clipboard. I like that.
Well, maybe a bullhorn. Maybe a bullhorn.
Yeah.
But,
Just not a stick.
all right, no sticks.
Yes.
We're out.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, that was good. Nice flow.
Yeah, I was going to mention when I was talking about the entrepreneurial thing, you might not know how Rob got started with this originally.
Photo booths?
Yeah, he used to come to Mobile Beat and sell these covers that would go over. They were
The limbo stick.
limbo
Limbo
sticks,
stick,
foldable
yeah.
limbo sticks. He would come with these, and he'd have a booth at Mobile Beat, a small booth, and he'd drive down from Toronto with a trunk full of these flexible limbo sticks, and all they were. Remember the fluorescent lights? You used to be able to buy those colored tubes that would go over fluorescent. That's all they were. He'd go and buy a whole bunch of them, cut them down the center,
Yeah.
And then you could roll them up, and he would sell those.
20 bucks.
20
They
bucks.
paid like $1 a piece for them.
Yeah, and he'd make I think he said $1,500-$1,600, pay for his trip. Because I was up at his house one time, and he showed me in his basement where he had this little shop set up for making these things. He sold a ton of those things.
And somebody said, you know what, we need a show like this for photo booths. And
Yeah.
so Rob goes, all right, well, if you guys help me, I'll do it. Well, the guys that were going to help him all bailed. So Rob was left holding the bag, and so he started PBX.
So how long have you guys been in there?
I started the second year of the show. The first year it was 2014.
Yeah.
That was the first year, and I had heard about it because his nickname is Rhythm Rob. That was his nickname, Rhythm Rob. And I knew him from the Mobile Beat years, but I hadn't been involved with Mobile
Rhythm
Beat
Rob
for like 6 years because we sold in 2006.
Uh-huh.
And I started hearing about this photo booth show, and they said, well, Rhythm Rob's doing it. I'm going, Rhythm Rob? Who
Was
is
he a
that?"
DJ too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a DJ.
And a photo booth operator.
Yeah. So he was working he was working at a casino in Niagara Falls
Uh-huh.
and doing photo booth stuff. And these guys that own, and he had some kind of a connection with RBA and ATA, which are two of the big companies, even at the show today.
Uh-huh.
And they got together and said,
We're done.
said you need to put together a photo booth show, and they said, well, we've got the contacts, because those two guys have been around forever. They were partners at the time. They since split up, started two different companies, and they kind of helped him out financially originally. Plus, he had inherited some money, and he's just like, sure, I'll give it a shot. So I really admire the fact that he had the vision and was willing to take the risk to do it.
Yeah.
He had 1,200 people at the first show. The most we ever had at a Mobile Beat show was just under 1,000. So his first show was bigger than anything we ever did with Mobile Beat on the DJ side.
Yeah, it amazes me how many photo boothers there are.
I walked in, he called up, I can't remember why he got in touch with me, but he called up and said, he said, can you come out to the show and just kind of take a look? And he was still kind of finding his way at that point.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you've done a show before, let me know anything that you think I ought to do. So I went out there and I walked into the showroom, or into the exhibit hall, and I was like, what the hell is this? I couldn't figure it out. It's like, all these people in here with these game things.
I think we still on this.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just going B-roll.
Oh, okay, it's B-roll.
Still on?
B-roll.
Oh, gotcha.
So, I didn't get it at all at first.
Yeah.
Then I started talking to some of the people you were just talking about, Wally Carnes and some of these guys that had been around for a long time. And I went around one year with a guy with a video camera, and I tried to document the history of photo booths.
Uh-huh.
And I never finished that up because of COVID. I was never able to get the final thing done. But it was really interesting to hear how these guys said, because I said, at what point did photo booths go from being the film camera thing where you went in there and sat in the booth, pulled the curtain across, and when did it go? And some of those guys that actually were the ones that said, we could forget about that film and use digital cameras now instead. Those guys were all at the show then.
And just think about how we went from that enclosure to, opens and with backdrops now. Or now you don't even need a backdrop. You can do it digitally.
Yep.
So there's so much that has happened with photo booths that just been innovative.
And
So-
the big thing now that you see is AI, what's going on
Oh
with that
yeah,
this year.
all the stuff that James is doing with Curator with the AI.
Curator,
stuff. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, James Tribble is just
One of our
amazing
sponsors.
thing.
Hi James, how you doing, sir?
Yeah.
Good to see you. One of
Yeah,
he's
James
doing
is
a
great.
lot of good stuff. And now that I think he's got something my photo, I don't know what he's calling it, but I'll find out when I see him in Vegas. I know he's getting ready to release it. He's probably going to release it in Vegas.
Bob and I have known each other for 30 years, probably?
At least 30 years. Yeah.
Okay.
And he called me in 2016 and said, hey, you want to come out and to this photo booth expo thing? You'll get a free trip to Vegas, and I need some help hosting some shows. And
That's right, because you came out the first year to MC.
Just to MC one of the
Parties or something?
the sponsor seminar room.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around thinking, so-and-so could be here and so-and-so could be here. So I asked Rob, I said, who's doing your sales? He goes, I am. You need a job? And I said, well, yeah. It was kind of the whole point of asking you the question. So it just kind of has evolved into that and then when we took over Mobile Beat, which became MEX, now we have to go call in all of our contacts that were involved in Mobile Beat, and I knew a lot of them because I've been a DJ for 40 years.
Okay.
So it was an easy transition for me, and publishing my own magazine for 20. So it was an easy transition for me.
All
to
that
jump into
history, all that history.
A lot of history.
A lot of stories.
Yeah,
and there's 3 or 4 other team members that got just as long of a story, because Mike Cordero has been a DJ forever too, and he's the stage manager. And,
but the important
part of the team.
Important part of that is people need to know that.
Yeah.
Because like we were talking the other day, there are so many younger guys and girls that don't know the history.
But do y'all put it in the 5,000 page, the 5,000 book? Is none of that's in there?
Not the show guide.
Yeah, we need to know some of that stuff. A little bit about everybody that's involved with the show. That would be good.
It would be a good story angle for you guys. I can point you to who you need to talk to, and you guys could collect 10 or 15 of these older guys that know some of the history. There's a long story there. Back to guys doing cassette tapes, I started with using cassette tapes. You had to pencil
flip them over,
flip them over,
flip them over,
but they're
cut
guys
them.
that
I go back even farther than that. We had to make a lot of our own gear. There was no DJ gear when I started.
The industry's really not that old, but we're starting to lose some of the pioneers.
Quite a few of them, actually.
And we're losing the history.
So are we celebrating those? Or are we doing who we lost this year at all, like they do at the Grammys or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe I can get a job. There's my job, finding the ones who we lost over the years.
We need to celebrate, do something with the history every year. You know, just like when you look at some of the award shows, they have a person that they celebrate, lifetime achievement, or what have you.
Well, that's kind of what the Hall of Fame is.
That gives
It
you.
is.
Well,
but
it can be something that is set on one person. You have that, but you have this one person.
Right.
And you can
do
something with
some
their
of that
story
too.
And things of that nature.
Some of that was happening in the earlier days of the Mobile Beat.
They were
and
doing.
then we kind of lost a few years when the transition happened and Ryan stepped aside, and then there was a year or two in there where Rob was trying to bring it all back online. And so some of this is restarting all of that, and that's the award show now, is trying to bring some of that stuff back that was a part of it, and was really integral part of it 10 years ago.
Yeah, they used to do it at the end too, so it's just, but I like it in the beginning because everybody's still there, you can see and know who's there. But I mean, all we can do is just throw in suggestions and try to make it better and better. And
every year we tweak it, try to bring it back up to where it was. I mean, we had a long talk with Jay at Pioneer, and he had some great suggestions. And he said, for years, Mobile Beat was the brand, and you went to Mobile Beat. That's just what you did. East Coast show or West Coast show, and so slowly that's coming back. You know? And the name changed, of course, for different reasons, but a lot of the approach and a lot of the substance that was there before is still in play. It's just repolishing it and bringing it back out in bits and pieces as we grow over the years.
Well, good.
You have to reach the unreachable.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of new DJs, and maybe it's true for the other shows, but I've younger guys. But I say younger guys in their early 30s that are starting to discover the mobile side and realizing that there's actually at least a part-time business there, are starting to find MEX, especially the ones that are in drivable distance. But I've got a few friends on the East Coast that have never been to a DJ show ever, and this is going to be their first show. So
that's good. Let's make sure wherever we do, we recognize the first timers. Everywhere y'all do, if you got a big auditorium, hey, who's first? I know y'all probably do that. I can't remember.
Some of the guys do from the stage, I'm sure.
And just make sure we recognize them. And hey, if you feel lost, reach out to somebody. Look to your left or to your right, and if they've been here before, talk to them and ask them what to expect. That way, you don't feel lost and you feel welcome. And you come. Because the worst thing you can do is come to a show and feel like you're getting on somebody's nerve if you ask them any questions or anything. So we want everybody to feel welcome.
Another guy you could talk to is Scott Faber that does the...
Scott. I don't think Mike ever met Scott.
45 years.
Oh yeah, that's Scott. No, still don't think Mike met that Scott either. I don't know why I was thinking about Scott, the other Faree out of Utah, but Scott out of Arizona.
out of Arizona,
He's
yeah.
part of the DJ
45
MC
years.
Pro Seniors Tour.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He's in
I'm
that
surprised he hadn't said anything to me in there. Yeah, but you'll get to meet all the old heads. I know a few of them because I was in the last few years of Mobile Beat.
Yeah.
And I was came. But all right, let's see if we can make one last few rounds in here and see if we can hit anybody before they cut the lights on again. We got an hour.
You got an hour? There
Yeah.
you go.
Thank you.